other faiths, they didn't have spirituality. It was so bad their condition that Allah sent Sayyidina Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam, who is a rabbi of that time. To what? He was the spirit of the law telling them, look, you're too much eye for eye, you kind of lost the whole purpose of it. And they said, well, don't talk anymore, we're going to kill you. He said, why you want to kill me? He said, that I remind you of the truth. In Surat al-Yasin Allah describes their dialogue with each other. And Allah supported with another servant, we're here to give guidance, and they said, stop or we will kill you. He said, why? Because we remind you of the truth? He said, yes, exactly. So anytime somebody's angered by your spiritual teaching, it's their shaitans saying that, don't remind us of the truth. We like to live in ignorance and do ignorant things and think ignorant things. But in reality they're outside the cave. So why do you have to talk to them? People inside the cave, they don't try to teach people outside the cave. The two don't understand, what the heck are you talking about? You don't bring somebody into your cave and say, now I want to talk to you about unseen. They think you're spooky and crazy because their life is very material and very physical. This is not that. This is not a dime store where you take and give to everybody something and say something, but this is a gift from the Divine. That enter the cave, leave the physical, enter to the spiritual, train with your spiritual teaching and stay quiet. You don't know anything to speak, you shouldn't be speaking. Speak to yourself, discipline yourself, and now enter into these realities until you become those of the cave in which you see the unseen and you understand how to operate. So what Sayyidina Zulqarnain gives to us is that he had control of mulk wa malakut, and he was able to discipline them with the understanding of his metals and knowledges. So there are certain metals and items that control energy. These same energies that can battle against them, and the use of energy within their being and their body to bring that energy out to go after them. This is now that realm of the unseen. And why Allah wanted us to recite Surat al-Kahf as a protection against Dajjal, and every external Muslim, internal Muslim, everyone on Jummah is ordered to recite Surat al-Kahf verses as a protection against Dajjal. That's the general medicine, but the real medicine was to enter Surat al-Kahf as a protection against Dajjal, so that they would become from Ashab al-Kahf and that they would have studied the malakut, park their body in the cave and now operate with their soul. And as a result Surat al-Naml begins to open the wonders of the kingdom, in which their very soul and the fire that they're entering, Tasin, tilka ayat al-Qur'an. So Allah is validating with your soul, not your body back there dead in the cave. Why you keep bringing it back and talking and thinking and keep the body parked back there. Enter into this world of light and now sit with the Anjuman. This is the gathering of the Muhammadan awliya, and as a result they sit in that beatific fire. They call that the rose of the Divine. What burns and incinerates all of creation is their source of power, beauty and ecstasy. They sit in that association, nourished by that association, dressed by that association. When Allah gives in Qur'an, ittaqullah wa alimukumullah, these are the men of that reality. in which that flame teaches them, nourishes them, blesses them, dresses them, and as a result they are walking realities of Tasin tilka ayat al-Qur'an wa kitab al-mubin. So anyone in that anjuman, in that gathering, they're being dressed by Kitabullah. Why? Because of the Juj and Majuj issues. That when Allah wants these realities to begin to open, their knowledges have already been sent into their souls. You don't have to find a book to try to read, what am I going to do, how am I going to do it? Well, you have to get out of the way and let your soul be who it really is, and let your soul represent that anjuman, that gathering, and let your heart begin to manifest the fire and the flame in which it has. From its very eyes can bring the fire of hell upon this earth. Anything that it looks at, it can completely incinerate. Anything that it wants to bless, it can completely bless and dress. These are the immensities of these realities that are opening in this cave and in the heart of Prophet ﷺ.